All right, let's crush an instant nerdle. Instant nerdle is the game where you got to unscramble this math equation. So you got a scrambled up math equation. The 3 is in the right place because it's green, and then everything else is in the wrong place, so I have to move it and create some sort of math equation that works. So in this instance, when we have division, we're going to have a triple digit number out front, and then we're either dividing by a single digit or a double digit, and that's going to equal either a single digit or a double digit. So I'm going to start out assuming that this equals a single digit number and have it equal 3. The division sign is going to go here no matter what. We're going to have a triple digit number out here, and we're dividing by a double digit. I like to kind of do multiplication in reverse here because division is harder for me to do, especially when we're talking about triple digit numbers. So I like to kind of think about multiplying this number by this double digit number and having it equal the 3-digit number here, which works because multiplication and division can be kind of reversed like that. I'm going to focus on the ones digit first because whatever this number times this number is, whatever that number ends in is what the 3-digit number is going to have to end in. So for example, if I put a 4 here, 3 times 4 is 12, so this number would have to end in a 2 to make this work. And that it works, so now I can move on to testing a different number, and I'll just kind of systematically work through all the numbers until I have tried them all, basically. All right, so I put a 4 here, so a 4 can't go here. If I put a 5 here, 50 times 3 is 150. So that would have to be a 1 if that were the case, which doesn't work. And I'm pretty much immediately noticing that since we don't have a 1 and we're using the 2 here, honestly, okay, so yeah, the 2 could potentially go here. But I think if the equal sign is going to go where I have it right now, this is going to have to be a 2. And that might not even be possible. It would have to be 80. Yeah, I don't think we can get there. 68 might do it. I'm just noticing that if this just equals 3 times any double digit number is not going to get that big. Like 3 times 90, which is like one of the biggest. 3 times 99 would be a little bit less than 300. It would still be in the 200s. So the only way that this is going to work with the equal sign here is if this is a 2. I'm kind of going against my usual logic here, but I think I can pretty quickly disprove that the equal sign goes here. So this would absolutely have to be a 2, and I think the only number that's going to get into the 200s that we could put here is 68, and that's just barely getting there. And I think this is probably a 0. So this is since I can't put an 8 in this spot because the 8 is purple right here, the biggest number I can put in the 10 spot is 60. And 60 times 3 is 180, so that's not in the 200s. If I put a 4 here, yeah, that's 204. So this doesn't work. So without trying my usual systematic method of just trying all the numbers, I can tell that the equal sign is going to have to go here. It's going to have to be the double-digit number here, and then a single-digit number here. If I put okay, so again, 3 times 4 would end in a 2, so this still works. And now it's just a matter of trying numbers in other places. So I'm going to think about this number because I can just multiply it by 4. So if I put a 5 here. So again, we're having a problem where this number isn't going to get very big very fast. I feel like the 2 is probably going to have to go first, no matter what we do. But 53 times 4 is 212. So this would have to be a 2. We don't have a 2 to put there, so that doesn't work. Okay, so 4 doesn't work here, right? Or wait. Yeah, no matter what number I put here, this number at maximum is going to be a 3, which isn't going to work. So 4 doesn't work. Mostly I think I need the 2 out here, honestly. So 4 doesn't work here. If I put a 5 here, this would end in a 5. That doesn't work. If I put a 2 here, this would end in a 6. But if I put a 2 here, this number, the biggest this number can be is a 1, because 2 times 90 would be 180, which doesn't work, so I can't put a 1 there. So 2's not going to work there. 8 can't go there. 6 times 3 is 8. This could work. I think it might have to. I think we're running out of options here. Okay. So I think this is probably going to have to be it. So what can I? So I haven't tried a 4 yet. If 4 times 6 is 40 times 6 is 240 plus 8. There it is. Yeah, 258. 258 divided by 6 is 43, and there's an instant nerdle for you, dude. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.